Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and today we're going to be talking about the Tasakaal Trials. I'm going to try my best to just call them the Trials because I have no idea if I'm saying that first word correctly. The Trials were something that has been brought up recently in the Galenor Gazette, a monthly kind of update blog that they put out at Jagex. They actually have a ton of stuff in this Galenor Gazette, but today we're just going over these Trials, which is just a small portion of the post, as you can see. Already down here, we're on a different piece of content. So just a couple paragraphs to go over, but this looks extremely interesting to me, so I'm very excited to look at this. The Tasakaal Trials is a new wave-based challenge similar to the fight caves in the Inferno, but it takes place on Mount Karulm, where you have been challenged to become the new champion of the Tasakaal. This is like where you get Konar tasks, where you fight the Hydra as Mount Karulm. I imagine it's going to be between the difficulty of fight caves and Inferno, but probably closer to Inferno. Fight caves really aren't that bad. Once you're able to kill Jad, like, it is super easy. Where the Inferno, I can't imagine they're going to make it more difficult than that. It will have fewer waves than its predecessors, with an emphasis on each wave being impactful and uniquely challenging and no more freebies. There are also 3 bosses to overcome throughout the trial instead of just one tough guy at the end. Alright, so also it's going to be wave-based like the other two, but it looks like they're going to go for a different path on it. We got a concept art on a couple of the creatures here. I can't imagine any of these are going to be like the bosses. I mean, this kind of looks like the Hydra right here. This guy's probably going to use multiple attack styles, I bet. There's really not much here. Those will probably be just some of the regular monsters throughout the trial. After completing a wave, you will have to choose whether to leave with the loot that you have accumulated so far, or risk it all and keep fighting. Okay, first of all, loot. You do get a fire cape or an infernal cape from the other two things that this was compared to, but there's really no loot. You're not making any money out of the other two. Should you choose to carry on, you will need to select a modifier that will increase the difficulty of all future waves. They can range from a simple stat changes to additional effects that affect some or all enemies in the trial. Okay, they're going for the modifier route that they will be doing in Raids 3. The modifiers mean that every Tasakaal trial is different. Some modifiers synergize or get in the way of others. Some mean that you have to change your strategy. Some even make you reassess whether you should keep going at all. We should mention that this content is heavily inspired by Path of Exile's Ultimatum League, which is loved for its risk versus reward playstyle. Unfortunately for me, I have not played any PoE, so I do not really get that reference. Taking a look at this like wave ending screen, not just a loot screen here, but first of all, you do have like your loot and where you could just leave and claim your rewards. Again, pretty cool that you'll get actual loot from this, not just like a cape or something at the end of it. I imagine we will not be getting a cape at the end of this one. But also, to get to the next wave, you got to choose one of these modifiers. So like, these 3 would be an immortal wraith will follow you in the arena. That doesn't sound good. Don't know exactly what that is. Maximum health will be decreased by 30. So this is your maximum health decreased by 30. Or lucky hits. Monsters get lucky accuracy. You got to choose one of them to be able to move on. So each wave is going to get more difficult because you're going to keep adding more and more buffs to like the monsters and whatnot, or nerfs to yourself. So it's going to be interesting. Like, you could get kind of screwed by which nerfs, the random 3 that you have to choose from, which ones that it gives you. Or you could have like a really lucky run where you're just only getting some cheap ones if they put any of them in there that really aren't too bad. We also wanted to move away from the mechanical difficulty and into the realm of strategy. The monsters aren't just big and tough, they also force you to plan around them by affecting how much space you have to move, which weapon style you use, and how you deal with other monsters in the room. So you're not just going to be able to camp like a blowpipe, as far as I can tell here. Naturally, players with high mechanical skill will have an advantage, but the hope is that the content will be substantially more accessible for the average player. That's interesting. So, comparable to Fire Cape and Inferno because of just being wave-based, but for the most part it looks like they're trying to change up exactly what makes it difficult and challenging in its own way, and not just like more prayer flicking. The area at the moment kind of looks exactly how we would expect, huh? This is like an Inferno area, but the Tasakaal Trials. Lastly, we want the trials to have a significant best-in-slot reward, which you receive after the first boss and get a chance to upgrade if you make it to the second and third bosses. We want you to revisit this content at multiple stages of your account progression so you can really feel how much more powerful you've become. Okay, so it's not like going to be a mid-level Fire Cape or Inferno thing. There'll be a few times that you can go back and try to get like a new, just best in slot. They didn't say exactly which slot. We'd also like to include a unique reward as part of the loot table, which will get exponentially more common as the waves progress. This should create a lot of excitement when you see your loot for the next wave. Okay, so not only like a best in slot question mark. I don't know what they're gonna do, like which item they would do, but also some unique reward that'll hopefully be good enough that'll be kind of expensive, and then all the other loots maybe add up to a decent moneymaker. Of course, I'm looking at maybe GP per hour would be kind of cool here, but it also looks like it could be really fun content. I think the idea of the wave-based content with Fire Cape and Inferno, on paper it's kind of fun, but then when you're actually doing it, it's just like an hour plus of actually grinding, especially if it's Inferno. It's like 2 hours plus of very difficult grinding to finally get the satisfaction of a new best in slot cape, but that's really it. Like, it wraps up there. So getting to see like actual loot and then whatever this best in slot is going to be, it makes it a lot more interesting just in general while grinding it out. And also, I'm very interested to see the balance of it. Like, they're talking about the realm of strategy, not just mechanical difficulty. I want to see exactly how that breaks down. This could be a really cool piece of content. That's why I wanted to make a quick video about it. But that is it. That's the only information we've gotten about this so far. As they update us more about this, if I feel like I want to make another full video about it, I probably will. But if it ends up hitting the polls and potentially passing the polls, that's when I'll definitely be making more content about this. Thank you very much for watching this video of the Tasakaal Trials, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed. If you got some useful information or you just enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I do stream on Twitch, which should be linked on the screen and in the description. I am also on Twitter, which should be linked in the description, and that Discord linked in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and best of luck on your grinds.